Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone. It's Zuri Muse. I am here with another pick a card reading today. And today we are going to find out about your spirit guides and your principal spirit guide to see who your principal spirit guide is. Maybe some of the ways they communicate with you, maybe some of the ways that maybe you've already had communication from them, and kind of what they're here to help you with. Gonna burn a little Palo Santo. Cleanse the cards, cleanse the space. As you see, I've used it already. So it's kind of giving me a little boost here. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week so far. Whenever you see this, this will be a timeless reading for you, but it's a beautiful day here. Sun is shining. The rain had come earlier today, swept out the negativity, brought in beautiful light and sunshine. I hope you have sunshine where you are now. All right, we're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use the Mary Queen of Angels deck. We're going to use the Ask Your Guides deck. This Ask Your Guides deck is by Sonia Chocat. The Mary Queen of Angels is by Doreen Virtue. And we're going to use the Medunate Oracle by Raun Neferamen. All right. Who is my principal spirit guide? And I say principal spirit guide simply because we have more than one. We come with a spiritual family. We come with a pantheon of guides. But generally, there is one principal guide that will always work with you, or work with you for a time period, because guides can decide to step back and let others come forth. So today we're only going to do 3 piles. Okay, so I'll do 2 for that. I'll do 1. Okay. And then we'll choose 1. I'm doing it here. Another 1. And then as I feel, I may pull others. Okay. Mary Queen of Angels. You know what? I'll leave it right here. You never know. Leave them right handy. All right. Mary Queen of Angels, ask your guides, Medunate. All right. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. All right. So we're going to start. Who is your principal spirit guide? Amen Temchayas. Optimism. Purpose. Master Teacher. Shame. Divine Healers. So with the Amen Temchayas card, Amen is actually an energy that is not here present on earth. This is an energy that's above earth, before the first manifestation. So first off, I would say your spirit guide, for those of you who chose deck 1, is a very, very, very old, very high spirit that asks you to step back from the throes of life to commune and communicate with them, because this energy is so high that you have to get very quiet. You get to this state just as you're going into sleep. So you're leaving waking consciousness, going into sleep. So that in between state is the Amen state. So not quite dreaming, not quite awake, but you're still aware. That is what this state is. And that is the state to reach your particular spirit guide. With optimism, I expect good things to happen, and they do. So while you're in that state of mind, your spirit guide will help you to bring forth that optimism, that joy, because maybe for those who chose this pile, because Amen is in its not positive state, maybe you've been feeling a little down. Maybe you feel as if you are, alone, that no one else is around you, or you feel that way, even if there are others around you, because for whatever reason you're going through some things and you'd like a boost, but you're not sure how, and you're not feeling the energy to go out and do things. Your principal spirit is asking you to come and work with them so that they can help bring this to you. And then we have purpose, master teacher, which is, again, your spirit guide is a master teacher. And they're going to help you find your purpose. That is why they came this time, at this time in your life, to help you and to teach you things. But the only way you're going to get there is through going in. And what you try and tell yourself, or not try and tell yourself, but what you tell yourself is, before you go into sleep, that I am going to stay awake right in that twilight space between waking and sleeping, so that you can really, really get to know your spirit guide. And your spirit guide is here to help you with shame, divine healers. For whatever reason, there's a feeling of shame that you're going through for something maybe you did, something that you were a part of. It feels like you were a part of something. So it wasn't your idea. So you went in with the group. However, the shame, you feel like it was your idea. You feel like it was all you. And it wasn't. You were a part of a group. You were a part of something, a collective, but you're holding on to it as well. And maybe that's part of what is isolating you. Come out of that by going towards your spiritual guide. And your spiritual guide will help to bring you optimism, joy, and peace, and absolve this feeling of shame that you have. This feeling of, why did I do this? I could have done it a different way. And this is what your principal spirit guide wants to help you with. While you're in that meditative state, do ask for your spirit guide's name. Ask what other things are they here to help you with, and to give you a sign of how they speak to you in day-to-day life. Ask if there's a particular color, a scent, a sound, an item that is precious or sacred to them. So this way you can use that as a means of communication. There are hearts on this card. Maybe hearts could be something that you and your spirit guide can use. Those are ocean waves here on that card. You see those wigglies? So maybe water. This is a feather, a symbol, an Egyptian symbol of a feather. Maybe feathers could be the thing that you're looking for as a communication technique. And here on this, there's a lot of red on this card. Maybe red is a color that is special to your spirit guide. And of course, there's a pyramid there as well. And then we have the dove. See? The dove right there. These are all things that you might ask your spirit guide if those can be ways to communicate. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do let me know your thoughts by giving a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. For those of you who chose pile 2, we have Amenhotep. We have present moment. We have divine teachers, balance, and we have community, spiritual ancestors. So this reading, very similar as to the first, because we have the same card as the overarching card, which is Amen Hetep. Amen is not of this world. It is above this world, out of this world. However, in this deck, I am feeling much more like this is more of a spirit guide who is part of the galactic family, a starseed. One, I'm not sure if you're familiar, those who chose pile 2, with that, but maybe you are since you chose this pile, where if you resonate with this, Palladians, I feel like this would be a Palladian ancestor, because, or spirit guide, because totally above and beyond this world. And we're talking about balance and divine teachers. And the Palladians are one of the galactic family that shows up quite a lot, and they most definitely give a lot of teachings to help those of us here on Earth, to help us evolve so that we can raise our vibrations. So this is what I'm feeling for this deck, that this is more of a star seed. And this says community, spiritual ancestors. And generally speaking, this card is always referring to your actual spirit family. I'm feeling with this card, because we also have this Amen so far above the tree, be out of this physical realm, out of the earthly realm, that I'm connecting these two, and that community, that spiritual ancestor, are two star seeds, the Palladians. And if not the Palladians, there are many different members of the galactic family that are there, but Palladians is coming through very strongly for me. You should really look that information up, find out more, and see how that resonates. Because as the story goes, as I understand it, the galactic family, our spiritual counterparts, came to this earth to help humans to raise their vibration, like I said, but also to help individuals get past their own shadow selves, so that once that individual is clear and is a pure vessel as possible, now that they can go on and help others. Because by raising your own vibration, you actually raise the vibration of those around you within your direct vicinity. And that is an effect that goes out like a ripple. Like when you throw a pebble into the ocean and there's a ripple effect around that pebble, that's what you are. That is what your spirit guide is trying to help you with. And then we have here, present moment. I am fully present in the here and now. And that is something that you always are doing in the I'm getting so many different feelings. In the present moment is when you can do everything. In the present moment is how you set your intentions. You can't set your intentions in the past. You can't set your intentions in the future. You set them right here and now. And this is the moment where you have this time, this second, this energy. And by taking this energy and working with your divine galactic family member, you will bring balance to yourself, to the earth, to your energies, so that by being in alignment, you can now connect with the community, the larger community of spiritual beings, light workers, who have come at this time to help raise the vibration of the planet. And this is what I am feeling for this pile, that you are really here to begin a work. You came here with a mission. So star seeds, indigos, rainbow children, all of that is indicated here. And your principal spirit guide, I would say, is Palladian. But dive deeper, and you might find that it could be one of the other members of the galactic family. There are about 14, 15 different members of this family. Well, this is what I have for you. I hope you do like this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Those of you who chose deck 3, we have Tahuti Temat. We have Father. We have Invention, Creativity Guides. And we have Deceit, Guardian Angels. So, with the first card, Tahuti, your spirit guide is someone that worked very hard in a previous life. And they were most likely a scribe, someone who took down the royal dictates, and in this case, scribe to the priest or the priesthood of that time. And they took down the information. So this person, your spirit guide, is actually a person who, a man of letters, a woman of letters, who was very well educated and knew of the magical formulas and spells and incantations to assist the community, the collective. But in this role as a scribe, they didn't usually work directly with the public. This was a person who worked with the head of that spiritual community, or that the monk. You could also, this ancestor could have also been part of an order similar to the monks. Because what I'm feeling for your spirit guide is they retained the information from the incantations, from the spells, from those verbal affirmations that we now call them. And they want to share that with you. But in your case, your spirit guide wasn't able, which is why it's here in the negative, they weren't able to communicate that for whatever reason. It feels as if their life was cut short. And they are now coming back in this form as your spirit guide to share with you the information they weren't able to impart at that time. Then we have Father. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines healing light upon me, my birth father in our relationship. So, maybe it is your father who has departed, because generally this deck, the Queen, Mary, Queen of Angels, there's a mother card, there's a father card, and they actually refer to the person's mother and father. The person who is the querent, the person asking the question, which would be you. If your father has passed on, there is a very, very great chance that your father is this one that is coming and speaking to you, who wasn't able to share everything because maybe his life was cut short. Maybe he passed on too soon and wasn't able to give you the information. And even in this energy's past life, the same thing. So there's a repetition. I see. So whether this person is your father or not is irrelevant. This person is a father figure. And they've had lifetimes where they were not able to impart the information because their life was cut short. And they've never been able to pass on all the knowledge that they wanted to pass on. And now they want to pass that knowledge on to you so that they can move forward with their next lesson, because all of us have lessons, all of us have things that we must do. And in order to elevate this principal spirit of yours, most definitely a male, most definitely with your best interests at heart, wants to give you things that will help you to move forward, spiritual lessons, possibly actual 3D, real life, day-to-day assistance to help you move forward into the other things that you want to do in your life. Invention, creativity guides. This principal spirit of yours, this male, very creative. Do you see the paintbrush and the easel? And look at all the beautiful, beautiful flowers growing there. Tulips. I'm hoping you can see that. Okay, is that a little better? This spirit guide wants to help you delve into your creativity and bring it to the fore. You have to be mindful of not being duped, not by your spirit guide, but more so by wanting to be a part of something. And just one second. I see. Correction. I'm so sorry. I'm sitting and listening. You have to be mindful that everything that you hear from this particular spirit guide, you do check, because sometimes the information that you will receive from this spirit guide is relevant to another time period, another framework, another society's rules. You have to check to make sure that the essence of what is being told to you is what you do. And you now implement the essence of what this spirit guide is telling you for our particular time period. Because they may tell you something like you need to communicate and make sure that you communicate very well with people. And maybe at that time, communication was picking up a telephone. We don't pick up telephones as much anymore. That's not how we communicate. So maybe, yes, for certain people, you will pick up the phone and call them. But you already know the better way to communicate with people, given our society, tends to be through social media, through various platforms online. If you get a message to maybe go a certain way for work, check and make sure that the way to do that work that they're telling you is something that is viable in our time. These are the things. Just make it relevant, because the information that you may get from this spirit guide may be a bit dated, and you have to just update for the implementation into our current society. So watch for that and see if you can let your guide know if you get information like this, for them to watch through your eyes to see the world as it is today. Because this is a very old spirit, a spirit that has come back time and time again and has had their life cut short. So maybe they're not getting all the full information, because this is clearly a spirit that has lived. This is a person that is here, that has always been around. So it's a human that passed on, that's helping you. So they may be a little bit behind the times, but their information about how to do things, the structure of it, the core of it is solid, and they want to impart that to you. It's up to you to translate it for today's world. All right, I hope that resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think. Leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me today. All right, bye-bye.